Senate Bill 1273 by Senator Morlock, an act relating to mental health.
Thank you, Madam President. Thank you, colleagues. I rise to present SB 1273. Many of us share a strong concern for those among us who are dealing with mental illness. In fact, SCR 131, which is File 87 today, encourages this body to recognize May 2016 as National Mental Health Awareness Month in California. And I want to thank the senator from Santa Clara County. Orange County, California had this matter thrust on us in a rather bold and dramatic way when a young, homeless, schizophrenic individual was killed in the city of Fullerton. And a number of individuals came to our Board of Supervisors and said, if you would have adopted Laura's Law, maybe Kelly Thomas would be alive today. So we pursued trying to adopt Laura's Law. Unfortunately, we were in the Great Recession and couldn't afford it. So I went up to Sacramento and met with the offices of Senator Steinberg, Senator Yee, Senator Monings. We worked on what can we do to use a little bit of Prop 63, the Mental Health Services Act, a little bit of money that we could match from the county to pay for our public defender, et cetera. And that resulted in Senate Bill 585 by Steinberg, which you approved at 36 votes for, no against. We were able then to adopt Laura's Law using Prop 63 funding, and it's been followed by a number of counties throughout the state, including the county of Ventura just last month. So we had, just from a little clarification, we have a lot of people in mental illness need that have this available, especially for their families. So that was just to a clarifying piece of legislation, and Senate Bill 1273 does the same. As amended, it clarifies that Mental Health Services Act funding can be used for outpatient crisis stabilization units. It'll allow counties to provide these units in case of an emergency or in a need when there's a mental illness crisis. It'll allow healthcare agencies up and down the state to choose to provide this opportunity. It is flexible. It is something that is permissible. This will assist our public safety agencies in having a location where they can bring individuals with a mental health crisis. In Orange County, sometimes they have to drive from emergency room to emergency room, tying up our police officers for hours and acting as transporters instead of as first responders. It will also assist our emergency rooms in not having them tied up with individuals that are waiting for a psychiatrist or whatever the case may be, which could be not only hours, but could be days. So this is another humane opportunity for Mental Health Services Act funding. Senate Bill 1273 is supported by a wonderful list of organizations: the California chapter of the American College of Emergency Physicians, the California Psychiatric Association, California State Association of Counties, California State Sheriff's Association, County Behavioral Health Directors Association of California, the Orange County Board of Supervisors, the Orange County Sheriff Coroner, St. Joseph Hoag, and just a lot more. But I'm really honored to have the endorsement and support of the Steinberg Institute and former Senator Darrell Steinberg. Colleagues, we have one organization in opposition, and we have been working with them, and they even admitted that in committee. So I am excited about this legacy opportunity that we can participate in, and I urge and I vote. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Senator Morlock. Senator Hertzberg?
I just wanted to join in support as a co-author. This is a wonderful example on an important issue of mental health and a bipartisan energy going forward. So I just wanted to commend the author and to offer my support. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Senator Hertzberg. Members, is there any objection to using our unanimous? Senator Bell, I apologize. He is looking quite good these days. Please proceed.
Yeah, I'm kind of hard to miss, though, still. Members, this bill will help counties reduce costs by reducing emergency psychiatric costs, and I think there's a very important element to encourage people to go to outpatient facilities before the emergency occurs, or if the emergency is about to occur, to try to work with the outpatient services. And this will help save a lot of dollars and allow counties to spread those dollars to other people that need mental health services. I urge and I vote, and thank you, Senator, for introducing it. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Bill. Senator Morlock, would you like to close?
Thank you, Madam President. Colleagues, many of us started this session off by going to Skid Row in Los Angeles, and we were supporting our President Pro Tem in an initiative that he is proposing for rapid housing for mentally ill, homeless people, utilizing the Mental Health Services Act. And it was great to start there, and I had the privilege at that press conference to thank former Senator Darrell Steinberg for his proposing and successfully having Prop 63 on the ballot. Colleagues, this is an opportunity where we can work together to appropriate funding where the real need is, and I encourage and I vote.
Thank you, Senator. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. Anderson. I. Bates. I. Bell. I. Berryhill. I. Block. I. Cannella. I. DeLeon. I. Fuller. I. Gaines. I. Gaggiani. I. Glazer. I. Hall. I. Hancock. Hernandez. I. Hertzberg. I. Hill. I. Wesso. I. Huff. I. Jackson. I. Lada. I. Leno. I. Leva. I. Liu. I. McGuire. I. Mendoza. I. Mitchell. Monning. Morlock. I.
Mr. Sec.
Mitchell. I. Morell. Wynn. Nilsson. I. Pan. I. Pavley. I. Roth. I. Runner. Stone. I. Vidak. I. Wachowski. I. Wolk.
Mr. Secretary, please call the absent members.
Allen. I. Hancock. I. Monning. Morell. I. Wynn. I. Runner.
Mr. Secretary, please call the absent members.
Monning. Runner.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Ayes 38, noes 0. The measure passes. Members, moving on to file item 83, Senator Weso. Pass on file. Item 84, Senator Jackson. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Senate Bill 1229 by Senator Jackson, an act relating to pharmaceutical waste.
Please proceed.
Good morning, Madam President and colleagues. Leftover prescription and over-the-counter drugs have become an increasing problem nationwide and here in California. These excess drugs, often stored in medicine cabinets or under the sink, frequently for years, are increasingly being abused, creating a public health and safety risk. Without a means of disposal, many people are simply throwing old drugs in the trash or flushing them down the toilets, creating a problem with soil and water quality because water treatment facilities can't remove pharmaceuticals from wastewater. One simple solution to this problem is having drug take-back bins in the pharmacies when we pick up our medications. But pharmacies are concerned about potential liability and are thus reluctant to host these take-back programs. To eliminate this concern, SB 1229 would provide limited civil and criminal liability immunity to pharmacies that do host these drug take-back bins if they meet a certain minimum standard of care. I am honored to have as my joint author on this Senator Stone, and I think I'm allowed to say that, he's my joint author, or my dear colleague from Temecula. And we have been working diligently with our pharmaceutical industry, but more importantly, with the pharmacies who have expressed an interest in this program and who have requested that we encourage them through this level of minimal immunity. And with that, I would ask for your aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Jackson. Senator Stone?
Thank you, Madam President. I'm very pleased to be a joint author with the senator from Santa Barbara on this bill, and it's been a wonderful experience working with her and her staff. And this is a great example of how we can focus our energies and skills working together, Republicans and Democrats, and have a positive piece of legislation that's going to benefit all Californians. Without a doubt, this is a very important issue in California that must be addressed. Pharmacists across the state share this concern. Most people do one of two things with medicines that they don't use anymore. They either store them in their medicine cabinet or they flush them down the toilet. Keeping unused medications is dangerous. We must keep medicines out of the hands of people other than those for whom those medications were prescribed. This is especially true for narcotics, where we witness an epidemic of people addicted to drugs. This is especially true when our youngsters are having what's called skiddling parties, where they actually take medications from their parents' medicine cabinets, put them in a bowl, and they start taking them to see what kind of reactions they have, which in some cases has led to death. In an investigation by the Associated Press, drinking water supplies to 24 major metropolitan areas were found to include drugs. Hormones and antibiotics are the most concerning and even remain in the water after being cleaned by water treatment plants. This legislation will make it easier for people in California to safely and legally dispose of their pharmaceuticals. I truly believe pharmacies in the state will greatly benefit with their voluntary participation in this important program. Supporting this legislation will ensure the safe and appropriate disposal of unused pharmaceuticals and help ensure that unused medications don't fall in the hands of those who want to experiment to abuse them, and it will yield a cleaner and safer water supply for all of us. Members, I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Stone. Senator Jackson, would you like to close?
Yes, thank you again. I thank my esteemed colleague from Temecula. Just in sitting here chatting about this, I have a feeling that many of us right here on this floor are wondering what to do with these old medications, whether they were ours or from family members who have either recovered from their illnesses or are deceased. What do we do with these medications? Unfortunately, the pharmaceutical industry has refused to take responsibility, but our local pharmacies, many of them mom and pops and our major chains, are willing to do something with these protections. We should encourage them to do so, and with that, I would urge your aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Jackson. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. Aye. Anderson. Aye. Bates. Aye. Bell. Aye. Berryhill. Aye. Block. Aye. Canella. Aye. De Leon. Fuller. Aye. Gaines. Aye. Galgiani. Aye. Glazer. Aye. Hall. Aye. Hancock. Aye. Hernandez. Aye. Hertzberg. Aye. Hill. Aye. Wissa. Aye. Huff. Aye. Jackson. Aye. Lara. Aye. Leno. Aye. Leva. Aye. Liu. Aye. McGuire. Aye. Mendoza. Aye. Mitchell. Aye. Monning. Aye. Morlock. Aye. Morrell. Aye. Wynn. Aye. Nilsson. Aye. Pan. Aye. Pavley. Roth. Aye. Runner. Stone. Aye. Vidak. Aye. Wykowski. Aye. Wolk. Wolk, aye.
Mr. Secretary, please call the absent members.
De Leon. Aye. Pavley. Aye. Runner.
Members, measure passes with 39 ayes and 0 noes. Members, we are going to move back to file item 78. Senator Nielsen, not at his desk. Senator Nielsen? File item 78. Senator Nielsen.
Thank you, Madam President, ladies and
Hold
gentlemen of
on.
the Senate.
Senator, I'm sorry. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Senate Bill 1027 by Senator Nielsen and Acting to Parks.
Please proceed, Senator.
Yes. Thank you, Madam President, ladies and gentlemen of the Senate. This is a district bill. It transfers what's called Nolan Park in Tehama County from the county to the Evergreen School District. This was long ago acquired under a bond by the county. It has been used with an agreement between the county and the school district over the years by the school district, still being open to the county, but mostly used by the school district. Both have agreed that it'd be better to be under the authority of the school district, and that's what this does, transfer that park to the authority of the school district. The school district will, though, keep it open to the members of the community and the county, and that's the simple transfer of the responsibility from the county to the school district.
Thank you, Senator Nielsen. Members, seeing no debate or discussion, is there any objection to using the unanimous roll call? Seeing none, ayes 39, noes 0. Measure passes. Thank you. Moving on to item 85, Senator Bates. Mr. Secretary, please read. Oh, pass on file, so sorry. Item 86, Senator Runner not at her desk. Item 87, Senator Bell. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Senate Concurrent Resolution 131 by Senator Bell relative to National Mental Health Awareness Month.
Madam President, members, I am really pleased to present Senate Resolution 131, which recognizes May as National Mental Health Awareness Month. I'm really proud of the fact that the Senate, with members of the Mental Health Caucus, Select Committee on Mental Health, and others, have introduced and have been discussing over the last 2 or 3 years so many improvements in a bipartisan fashion on solving the issues of mental health and improving the mental health programs in California. I think the Senate, as well as some of our Assembly members who have now created their own mental health select committee, have done a great service for California over the last 5 or 6 years, taking the early lead, of course, from our former President Pro Tem, Darrell Steinberg. 57 million Americans have mental health disorder in any given year. Fewer than 40% of the adults received mental health services in the last year. Although mental health impacts all people, many of those in lower income communities receive less care and poorer quality of care and often lack access to cultural competent care, thereby resulting in the issue of mental health disparities. In recognizing the immense challenges that persons with mental illness and their loved ones face, we hope to bring a positive change in both the perception and treatment of mental health disorders. Please support this resolution to help increase awareness and end the stigma of mental health. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Bell. Seeing no discussion or debate, members, is there any objection to using the unanimous roll call? Seeing none, ayes 39, noes 0, measure passes. Item 88, Senator Galgiani. 85. Pass on file, thank you. It's okay. Item 89, Senator Bell. Pass on file. Item 90, Senator Huff. Not at his desk. Item 91. All right, that concludes our third reading. We're going to return to governor's appointments. Senator De Leon. Senator De Leon.
Thank you, Madam President. Colleagues, we have before us Elisa Ann L. Monget, who is the Director of Parks and Recreation Department. She was, I should say, a Special Assistant to the Director of the Department before she was appointed to fill in as the Acting Director. She came to the Department, as many of us know here on this floor, during a time of difficult turmoil and fiscal crisis. And her new job now requires that she fix the problems that plague the department. She comes from a fiscal background, but she has put in place programs to help the 280 great state parks that we have here in California to better communicate to Californians the incredibleness of these state treasures. Also to provide fiscal stability and to provide innovative new types of relationships with communities but especially communities that historically have not had access to, for a whole variety of reasons, to the great historic park system that we have, the great park system that we have here in the state of California. That being said, Madam President, she passed on a bipartisan vote in the Rules Committee, and I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Thank you, Senator De Leon. Members, is there any discussion or debate? Seeing none, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. Aye. Anderson. No. Bates. Bell. Aye. Berryhill. Block. Aye. Canella. Aye. De Leon. Aye. Fuller. Gaines. Galgiani. Aye. Glazer. Aye. Hall. Aye. Hancock. Aye. Hernandez. Aye. Hertzberg. Aye. Hill. Aye. Wesso. Aye. Huff. Jackson. Aye. Lara. Aye. Leno. Aye. Leva. Aye. Liu. Aye. McGuire. Aye. Mendoza. Aye. Mitchell. Aye. Monning. Aye. Morlock. Morrell. No. Wynn. Nilsson. No. Pan. Aye. Pavley. Aye. Roth. Aye. Runner. Stone. No. Vidak. No. Wykowski. Aye. Wolk. Wolk, aye.
Mr. Secretary, please call the absent members.
Bates. Berryhill. Aye. Fuller. Gaines. Huff. Morlock. Aye. Wynn. Runner.
Ayes 29, noes 5. The appointment is confirmed. Members, we are going to return to motions and resolutions. Members, without objection, SR 65 by Senator Morlock will be ordered to the third reading. Without objection, thank you very much. Members, before we vote on the consent calendar, is there anything anyone would like to take off of the consent calendar? Seeing none, Mr. Secretary, read the first item on the consent calendar, please. Oh, read them all, please.
Senate Bill 1324, 1477, 909, 936, 974, 1054, 1162, 1352, and Senate Bill 1087.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Members, is there any objection to applying the unanimous roll call? Seeing none, ayes 39, noes 0. The consent calendar passes. All right, members, we are returning to motions and resolutions. Senator Roth? This would also be the time for adjourn in memories.
Thank you, Madam President. Colleagues, it saddens me to report that an extraordinary Californian and a Riverside resident passed away yesterday, Jack Yeager, Sr. I first met Jack about 35 years ago. He was a quiet, unassuming man with a great, great smile. He didn't let on that he was a big deal, but I could tell immediately that there was something very, very special about him. It wasn't until much later that I learned exactly how special Jack Yeager really was. He's a graduate of Riverside's Poly High, UC Berkeley Engineering. He was a Navy combat Seabee in the Pacific during World War II. When the war was over, Jack returned to California to join the family construction business and began literally to build the Southern California that we know today. In the 1950s, he did the initial grading work for what would become the University of California at Riverside, and later he served as a UC regent from 1988 to 1994. He built a major portion of Interstate 10 in the Southern California desert, and he turned an old highway from Riverside County to Orange County into the 91 freeway that we know today, for those of you who've been in Southern California. In the 1980s, he led Riverside County's first Measure A self-help highway construction measure, one of the first such measures in the state. And when the 1994 Northridge earthquake leveled portions of Southern California's highway system, Jack Yeager and his company rebuilt our infrastructure down there and put us back in business, better than before, under budget and significantly ahead of schedule. Unheard of for a public project, certainly then and probably now. But that was just the business side of Jack. Presidents, governors, rich, poor, Jack knew them all, and he treated them all alike, with dignity, with respect, and with that great smile of his. He was kind, he was supportive, and most of all, incredibly generous. I can tell you that there is not a nonprofit in Southern California that has not been touched by Jack Yeager. From hospitals to schools to social service providers, Jack was always there for them, just as he was always there for the rest of us. A great LA, Los Angeles City councilman, Bill Rosendahl, was once quoted as saying, "You know, life is like a hotel. Eventually, you have to check out." Well, Jack, you're one guest we wish we could have kept a bit longer. Rest in peace.
Thank you, Senator Roth. Senator Stone, on this issue?
Yes, Madam Chairwoman and colleagues. The Inland Empire yesterday lost a man who literally changed all of our lives. Prior to getting into the political arena, I knew the Yeager name because as Riverside County became the fastest growing county in the state of California, the second fastest in the country, you would drive underneath these metal beams going across the freeways, and it always said Yeager on the beams. I had the pleasure of meeting Jack Yeager, who owned Yeager Construction, a business his father started in 1919, and he dedicated his life to helping build the infrastructure that makes it possible for people in the Inland Empire to get to work every day and bring their kids to school. Jack was a very humble man. He was a man who never passed up an opportunity to help a worthy cause or a person in need. For the people, the wonderful people of the Inland Empire, when we're stuck on the roads and freeways, we often see Yeager construction equipment on those roads, freeways, and bridges. When we see that equipment there, we all know that the gridlock we're all stuck in will soon be made a little bit easier. And it gives us comfort and hope that our commutes may soon be shorter. Jack built a company that employs thousands and helps millions of people, but he also personally, as you heard before from my distinguished colleague from Riverside County, gave a lot of his time and money to charities throughout the Inland Empire. The Riverside Community Hospital Foundation and the UC Riverside Foundation are just a couple of the wonderful organizations that he supported. But more important, Jack Yeager was a man who loved his family. I was honored to know him. I was proud to have him as a friend. Jack was 94 years old when he passed away yesterday, and while he will be missed, his legacy will live on through his children and his family. He may be gone, but he will never be forgotten. He will always be remembered for the good work he did for the care he genuinely had for our communities. Thank you for letting me adjourn in the memory of a great man who gave so much and helped so many. Jack Yeager, my friend, may you rest in peace.
Thank you, Senator Stone. Senator Roth, please make sure you bring the name forward so we can properly memorialize him. Senator Jackson, for what purpose do you rise?
For purpose of announcements?
Please proceed.
Thank you. Moving the items a little bit more to the more hopeful and the more kind of upbeat, although not totally upbeat. Next week, next Wednesday is Denim Day, and I'd like to remind all of my colleagues that when you go home, if you don't have denim here, that you bring your jeans with you next week. We are going to recognize Denim Day, which is a day that we have, I won't say celebrated, but based upon an incident that occurred many years ago in Italy, where a judge determined that a woman who alleged she had been raped, the judge decided since her jeans were tight, she couldn't possibly have been raped, and it has been a calling card for many in the years since. So if you want to join us next Wednesday to celebrate Denim Day, please remember to bring your jeans with you when you come up this weekend. And have a good weekend. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Jackson. Senator Wolk,
Purposes of announcements.
please proceed.
Budget Sub 2 will meet in room 112 at 10:30.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Roth, for what purpose do you rise?
For purpose of announcement, Madam President.
Please proceed.
Colleagues, Budget Subcommittees 4 and 5 will begin our joint subcommittee session in room 2040 at 10:30.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Mitchell, for what purpose do you rise?
President, for purpose of announcement,
Please proceed.
Budget Sub 3 will convene in room 4203 at 10:30.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Block, for what purpose do you rise?
Rise for purpose of announcement.
Please proceed.
Budget Sub 1 will meet at 10:30 in 3191.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Hancock, for what purpose do you rise?
Purpose of announcement.
Please proceed.
Budget Sub 5 will meet in room 113 immediately upon adjournment of the joint hearing.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Fuller, for what purpose do you rise?
Adjourn in memory.
Please proceed.
Today I rise to adjourn in memory of Victoria Billingsley, who was the grandmother of Jessica Billingsley, one of the floor managers for the Senate Republican Caucus. After 94 years of vibrant, vigorous, and assertive life, Victoria passed away on April 17th at her home in McGregor, Canada. She was born on March 25th, 1922 in Limerick, Saskatchewan. She was married to the late Kenneth Billingsley. She was one of 10 children. Victoria was a loving mother to her sons, Lloyd Billingsley and his wife Irene, who reside in Sacramento, and her son Ralph Billingsley and his wife Marie Jeannie, who reside in McGregor, Canada. She is survived by her loving grandchildren, Jessica, Jefferson, Eric, Isaac, and Sarah, and great-grandchildren, Henry and Claire, along with many other family members. Victoria was a teacher, an aspiring politician, and an author of children's stories. She reveled in history, politics, Shakespeare, philosophy, playing the piano, gardening, and teaching children to read and to be entertained by wonderful stories and poems. She was a graduate of the University of Saskatchewan and the University of Windsor. She expressed through many letters to the Windsor Star her passion for central issues to the common good of Canadians. She will be deeply missed, but I'm sure she's very proud of our wonderful Jessica, who is doing politics in her name. We extend our sympathies to those who knew and loved her. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Fuller. Please bring her name forward so we can properly memorialize her. Members, if there is no further business, Senator De Leon, the desk is clear.
Thank you very much, colleagues. Just one quick announcement. Tomorrow is Friday, so we won't be here, but I want to wish everyone a very productive Thursday, Friday, and weekend with constituents as well as loved ones. Tomorrow, we know that one of our colleagues, one of our members on the red carpet, will be celebrating his birthday. He is known as a man of the people. At least in Artesia, he's the man of the people. He's known as Tony the Tiger or Tone Loke. It is his birthday tomorrow, so just want to wish our wonderful colleague here a very happy birthday to Tony the Tiger. Right.
Happy birthday, Senator Mendoza. Members, the Senate will be in recess until 3:30, at which time the adjourn and motion will be made. We will reconvene Monday at 2 p.m. Have a great weekend, everyone.